dolls and wait, that's not what it is.
Guys and dolls. I like it.
Hey guys and dolls, and I'm
hello. It's like the Broadway show.
I don't know. It's like, woo! Hey friend. Hey guys and dolls. I took it again. And non-binary pals. I'm Zannah.
I'm Jason.
And this is Nerd Initiation, where my best friend here teaches me everything that I need to, anything I need to know about this on this journey of nerd enlightenment. And then today we have a very special guest once again, Gizmo. Welcome.
Howdy, howdy, howdy! I'm back.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much for coming back.
Pleasure to be back.
Yes, Gizmo. Thanks for joining us. I wasn't with you the last time around when you filled in for me a couple of weeks ago, but
no, you had that horrible car accident. I'm glad to see that you're better from it. Oh no,
hilarious!
Really, still? You need to get that casted, man. I told you to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I've lost all feeling on the left side of my body.
Oh man,
I like how it switches.
That sounds more like a stroke.
No, as the viewers and listeners may know, I took a sabbatical to visit some family and some friends from out of town. Had a great weekend. You filled in very capably. I really enjoyed the episode between you two.
Thank you
much.
Even
though it wasn't a subject matter I was that familiar with, you made it both seem really interesting. So we've been talking about doing this for a while, having you on to talk about today's topic, which is special and near and dear to both our hearts. Today we're talking about
our topic for today is going to be the not Rob Schneider. The
wait, there's the Rob Schneider cut?
Rob Schneider's.
I love Rob Schneider. I got to meet him once.
Is this part of the Happy Madison universe of movies?
It's a Justice League with Adam Sandler.
You can do it!
Oh, sign me up. I want to see this hashtag Rob Schneider cut.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Justice League.
Oh, okay, Justice League.
We'll start out with.
I didn't watch Superman and Lois yet because I don't know where to watch it. But yeah, I would love to watch it. I just haven't yet.
It is an excellent show.
It is really good.
Is it really good?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I watched Smallville back in the day.
Oh man, Smallville's my jam. I have all the box sets.
I believe you.
Tom Welling was a great Clark, a great young Clark.
I like Tom Welling actually.
He was really good. And the guy who played Lex Luther is actually from where I used to live, Hazlet, Michigan.
Mm.
Oh, no. Tom Welling is from Hazlet, Michigan. I'm sorry. Tom Welling is from Hazlet.
Tom Welling is. Wow.
Yeah. And then the other guy, I don't know where he's from. I forgot his name. Yeah. The Lex Luther.
Speaking of Lex Luther, our friend Mark at work actually gave like a really interesting question of like, if you could pick anybody to play Lex Luther, who would it be? Now, hear me out. I chose Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because if we're looking at, I grew up with like the 90s cartoon Superman, and the 90s cartoon was like that big, muscular, like suave black guy Lex Luthor, and he was real cool.
Kind of hulking.
It was like he's like a big guy, right? And now the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he's a person of color, but he has like that charisma that like the people's eyebrow, you know. I think like, and he has played a villain before, but I think it would be like an interesting twist because you don't think of The Rock as a villain, but I think that he would make a really cool like Lex Luthor.
They finally released the teaser for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Black Adam.
Oh,
which I'm really looking forward to.
Yet.
Yeah, it's kind of an animatic, but it's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson doing the voiceover for the animatic. It's really good.
Yeah, I'll check that out after this.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to see Jungle Cruise.
That looks hilarious. I need to see that one yet.
So good.
Matter of fact, after I finish this episode, I think I'm gonna stream Godzilla versus Kong.
I was thinking about that too because Jason, we have to watch it and then talk to Mark about it.
I saw Mark earlier today. He
I
stopped by my
know.
house.
So jealous.
Zannah's a little sore about it. A mutual coworker dropped by and gave us cookies. Zannah also wants cookies. So she is a little upset, a little jealous.
I'm a lot jealous.
But
My fiance
Mark,
makes some
shout
killer
out
cookies.
No. These are Mark cookies.
Mark's.
Mark
Mark's
cookies are
amazing.
out of this world. He makes
He used to bring
the
them into
best
work
cookies.
about, what would you say, once a month? He'd bring
Once a
them into
month,
the
something like
office.
that, and I would eat
Yeah.
like 5 of them. They were so good. I would just like between all the calls, I just stand up, walk to his desk, I'm like, Mark, can I have another cookie? He'd always say yes because he's like the nicest guy.
He'd have that big Tupperware like
Yeah,
tin full of them. Yeah.
full of cookies.
So shout out to Mark and Johanna if you're listening. We love the cookies and the gifts you dropped by. Zannah might want something. Keep her in mind. Maybe you can give her Memorial Day cookies. The next holiday coming up.
You can ship me a batch.
To Tennessee.
Yes, Gizmo would love some too. Just send them down to Chattanooga.
I'll trade you some of my fiance's cookies. She makes excellent cookies herself.
Nice.
They're
They're
very
not my
good to die
cookies.
for. Yes. But Jason, who's your ideal
Lex
choice
Luthor.
for Lex Luthor?
I thought Billy Zane would be pretty good. He's got the look. I think he has the acting chops. He can play a good smug rich guy kind of character. I could see him doing it for sure.
Okay, why am I thinking Billy Crystal, but like the face of Billy Mays? Like, what am I thinking?
The face of who?
Billy Mays.
Those are different
Billy
Billies,
Mays here.
yes. One of them's been dead for a while.
I don't know where my friend's at. Okay, not Billy Crystal, not Billy Mays. Billy Zane. Which one
Yes.
is it? I'll put a picture here, Billy Zane.
I'm a big fan of Billy Zane. He was in Titanic.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's what
most
that
people
is.
will know him from that. Yep.
Yeah.
I know him from Tales from the Crypt Presents Demon Knight and The Phantom.
Oh, yes,
Of
he
the
was
opera?
in The Phantom.
Yep,
Of
another
the
comic
opera?
book related.
Not of the opera.
No, just
No,
the
the
Phantom.
old adventure.
Phantom of
Comic
the
guy.
Wait,
opera.
is it yeah, the shadow is what darkness lurks in the hearts of man.
Oh, the Shadow with Alec Baldwin.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But no, the
Look in
Phantom
my
with
shadows.
Billy Mays.
Ha! Now I got you.
Guys and dolls.
Guys and dolls. Sorry, that's my fault. I'm rubbing off on you guys today. So, Billy Zane, yes.
So yeah, I'm a big fan of Billy Zane. That is a really good choice. My turn.
Yeah, what's your
My
choice?
choice. I'm used to the Lex Luthor that I was introduced to when I started reading Superman, which was the heavyset business tycoon who did all of his never got his hands dirty. He did all of his illegal stuff behind the scenes and had people do it for him. My pick for Lex Luthor, and I know it's kind of generic, but this man plays an excellent villain, an excellent bad guy. He's very cool and calculating in his portrayal of a bad guy, but I really enjoyed Vincent D'Onofrio in his portrayal of
Daredevil.
the Kingpin.
Yeah.
Oh, Daredevil.
Yeah, in
You
his
know what?
portrayal of Kingpin and Daredevil on Netflix.
That's a really good
Yeah.
pick.
And
That's a good pick.
I know it almost seems like, well, that would just be typecasting. You'd just be playing the same character in a different franchise. But he was amazing as Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that he would make an excellent Lex Luthor for Superman.
You know, the thing is, back when they made that change in the comics to start portraying him that way, a lot of people had some criticisms about it, and they would say, oh, he's just like the Kingpin. There are similarities, but I think the biggest difference is Lex Luthor wouldn't get his hands dirty like the Kingpin would. I mean, the Kingpin like smashed a dude's head in a car door. Luthor
Yeah,
wouldn't
at
do
least the
that.
Netflix version of
It'd be
Kingpin. I'm not familiar with the comic book version of Kingpin.
Comics aren't much different, you know.
Okay.
He gets his hands dirty. He's thrown down with Spider-Man before.
Okay.
All that kind of stuff. So I think he would bring a different, maybe a little more nuanced take on Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. Yeah, I think that's great.
That is a good one. Definitely.
The only other one that I thought of, and it just occurred to me, because there was a rumor about this about 7-8 years ago before Batman v Superman came out. I think Bryan Cranston would do a pretty good job.
I like Bryan Cranston, another excellent actor. And
the dad from what's his Malcolm in the Middle?
Malcolm in the Middle and
the dad
Breaking
from Malcolm
Bad.
in the Middle.
Oh yeah, right. I
Yeah,
haven't
then he
most
was on a little show
famously
called
Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Bad.
I haven't seen Breaking Bad. I've seen Malcolm in the Middle.
He was also in Godzilla.
Godzilla 2014. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
He's excellent.
Yeah, I like all of these actors kind of better than the one that was in the movie The Justice League.
I don't like Jesse Eisenberg. I'm sorry.
No, you can't. I don't know.
No, he wasn't that good. He was.
I've always
Joker.
felt like Jesse Eisenberg is just a poor man's Michael Cera. He's got the same energy as Michael Cera, but
yes,
more deadpan, which is weird because Michael Cera's totally deadpan in his comedy, but Jesse Eisenberg, it just seems like he's Michael Cera without actual humor.
I know he seems like an asshole, Michael Cera. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not saying
okay, I'll give you that. Yes,
he's like Bizarro Michael Cera.
Yeah, like a Bizarro Michael Cera.
Bizarro.
I don't know. He seems kind of more assholey. Not that
yeah,
he is.
yeah.
I
You
don't
hit the
know
nail
if
on the
he is
head.
or
No,
not,
that's
but-
perfect. That's a perfect description.
Yeah.
if Michael Cera was a tool.
I like that.
He's probably a nice guy in real life. I'm just saying.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is.
He's an actor, right?
I'm just not a particular fan of his acting, and I feel like he brings the same energy to just about every part that he plays.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that because the guy's obviously made a living off of it.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
But I mean, he wasn't that much in Justice League, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Totally cool.
He had a larger role in Superman v Batman Dawn of Justice.
Right.
Batman v Superman. I always get that wrong. For me, Superman
Batman
should
v
always
Superman.
come first. But I think it's Batman v Superman.
I'm with you, Shane. Superman first.
The thing is, it really was Batman versus Superman, though. It wasn't Superman v Batman. It wasn't Superman going after Batman. Batman was doing all the stuff to prep for a battle with Superman. So I understand why Batman was first. Plus, it was alphabetically
pleasing.
Yeah.
Talking about Lex Luthor's one I'll mention, because there's been a handful of actors to play him over the years. Most recently, John Cryer in Supergirl. I really liked him.
I enjoy his Lex Luthor. I just finished whatever the last season of Supergirl is. I watched the last episode just the other day because the new season just started.
Season 5.
John Cryer is a really good Lex Luthor. I've quite enjoyed his portrayal.
Which is interesting because he played Lex Luthor's nephew, Lenny Luthor, in Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
That's awesome. That must be why they brought him on, because Supergirl has been all about fan service. Like they had both Dean Cain was on Supergirl. He was Kara and what's her name's dad, who was a government operative who went missing.
Fred Danvers.
Yeah. They had the original Wonder Woman, whose name is escaping me right now as well.
Linda Carter.
Linda Carter was on quite a few episodes, and
I love
she
Linda
actually
Carter.
she
For our
actually taught
listeners, I was doing the Wonder Woman spin.
Yep. She taught Supergirl to do that to change into her costume.
Very cool. I love it.
Yeah.
I love Linda Carter. She's so
And then
pretty.
I want to say
she's
that
amazing.
oh yeah, Lois from Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman was Kara's aunt, I think, from
Terry Hatcher.
Yeah, Terry Hatcher was on Supergirl as well. They've done a lot of that.
Cool.
Erica Durancy, the Lois from Smallville. I think she played somebody too, a Kryptonian.
Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check that. I don't remember that, but
They
it's been a
always are
while
bringing
since I
back
saw them.
old actors. It's great.
Mm-hmm. And let me see. There was one other one. Oh, the woman who plays Kara and her sister's mom is the original Supergirl.
Helen Slater.
Yes.
I like how
From
you
the
just
19
know all of these things, all the names.
I envy,
you don't?
I envy and have always envied Jason's memory, his ability to keep all these things in his head.
Not
I got
just
nothing.
a hack rack, not just
Yeah.
a hat rack, my friend.
Not just a what?
Yeah, people have always
I got
gone on
nothing.
me about just spouting off all this information that they're like, where do you keep all this? And then I'm like, you should meet my friend Jason.
I got Disney song lyrics up in here. There's not much else, like room for much else.
Hey, it's all you need.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so what did you guys think of the 4-hour Snyder cut? Snyder cut. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. So what did you guys think of the 4-hour Snyder cut of Justice League? Because I really, really enjoyed it. Actually,
well, I think Rob Schneider outdid himself with this.
Shut up.
And I like the Adam Sandler cameo. That was good.
Oh man, yeah. I love how in all of Rob Schneider's movies it's Adam Sandler saying, "You can do it."
I thought it was the opposite.
No, in Adam's movies, Rob Schneider goes, "You can do it," and then in Rob's movies, Adam pops up and says, "You can do it."
All right, fine. I like it.
Yeah, that's their running gag for the Happy Madison universe. But no, the Zack Snyder cut was, I thought it was everything that it should have been.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
I agree. I would rather have more time of quality entertainment than like the cut up version that went out to theaters however long ago.
The Whedonized version.
Sure.
That's what they're calling it. The Joss Whedon, the travesty with all the comedy. The one thing that I did miss from the Whedon version was Aquaman sitting on Wonder Woman's lasso. I thought that was cute.
Was a funny bit.
It was funny, and it fit the scene for Aquaman to be like, take this.
I do enjoy Jason Momoa, but for Justice League, it was so funny because like I was watching it last night, and every time I'd get to a part, like I would text Jason. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is this guy? I like there's just like so many like just conversations of
screen
grabs watching this movie.
Yeah.
I think Ezra Miller stole every scene that he was in.
He is so good. I was saying this earlier, and I will say it again. He is my chef's kiss. He is my favorite Flash. I don't care about anybody else. I love Ezra Miller as Flash.
I'm really used to Grant Gustin's Flash on the TV series right now, so he's my favorite. But Ezra Miller brings something to it that's I haven't seen before in a Barry Allen.
Right, but I'm just gonna say this
on screen.
I'm just gonna say this: when Ezra Miller was on the Flash TV show, he stole the scene from the other Barry Allen.
Oh, he absolutely did.
So but I think
the fact that he was there, I think, was the scene steal. Not necessarily him, but he did a huge revelation. Really good.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
he needs to either pop up in the Flash again, or Grant Gustin needs to pop up in the new movie Flashpoint.
Oh, that's right. There is going to be a new movie,
even if it's brief.
Yeah.
Because supposedly in the new Flash, he's going to be traversing the multiverse, which I'm really excited about. We're supposed to be getting Michael Keaton back as Batman, but he's the same Batman, just older, and he's in a different universe than where Ezra Miller's Flash is located.
When are we getting Robert Pattinson Batman? Is that still a thing?
It is, unfortunately. March of next
year.
What do you mean, unfortunately? I think he's going to make a good Batman.
I don't know.
Go, Robert Pattinson. You do you.
Twilight has really put me off
He didn't
to
even
Robert
like
Pattinson.
Twilight.
What?
He hated Twilight, so he's right there with you.
Good for him.
Yeah, he hated Twilight, so you can't hold that
He
against him.
cashed those
hated
checks.
it himself. He did. Yeah, if you were in those movies, you would cash those checks too.
Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like his acting in Twilight, I just wasn't impressed. I only ever saw the first movie, and that's because I was forced to.
I
Like
have
at
all of them.
gunpoint, someone made you.
Well, no, to be honest, I was playing my 3DS the whole time it was on.
Oh, that's sad.
My
Good
friend,
things that-
my female friend who I was kind of courting at the time, she was like, "You didn't even pay attention to the movie." I'm like, I got the gist of it.
You're like, I saw all I need to know.
Yup.
I think Robert Pattinson. I am excited to see his Batman.
I'm interested to see it. I don't want to say I'm excited, but I am interested. Supposedly we're going to see some old Batman in his Batman, I think, unless that's just all Flash. But
What do you think, Jason?
I'm interested to see his Batman.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Maybe he'll
I'm excited to
impress
see
me.
it.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Jason?
I'm excited to see it. I mean, based on that teaser trailer from last year, looks really good. I mean,
Yeah.
he like brutally takes down a guy and beats the crap out of him. Like, I want to see that Batman.
That's right. Ha! Too excited. Beat
Plus.
your whatever. I forget what I was.
Plus,
Interested.
that Batmobile
Too
looks
excited.
sweet.
Beats one interested. All right, go ahead, honey.
Oh, that Batmobile looks super sweet too.
It does.
Oh, it's kind of like a sports car looking model.
I'm gonna have to watch that teaser again because I'm not remembering it. I know I've seen it, but I'm not remembering it. So Pattinson's Batman, yes.
Yes. So too excited beats one interested.
Yeah.
So just get on our bandwagon and be.
I'm not
excited.
getting
I'm
on the
just kidding.
bandwagon. If I see it and I like it, I will admit that I was impressed. But
Just remember, 32 years ago, people were saying the same thing about Michael Keaton, and he impressed us.
Intrigue.
I was too young to have an opinion on Michael Keaton as Batman. I was just excited to see Batman in the theater.
That was a
Jason,
big deal.
Are we gonna go see this in the theaters? Because we have our vaccines, so let's go see it in the theater.
Yeah, we're gonna go for sure. But
Anyway.
as far as Snyder Cut goes, I really enjoyed it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was exceptional. I thought it was just beautiful to look at. I mean, just beautifully shot and filmed. Great action sequences. I think what was left out of the original cut, I think, really enhanced the story when shown this way.
Oh, absolutely.
It made more sense.
Everything that was cut, it bogged the story down a little, but because of the movie's episodic nature, everything felt necessary.
I don't think it
I like
bogged
how
it
they
down.
broke it up into chapters.
The only reason I say bogged down is just because it slowed down. It did slow down the process of the main story that was going on, but like I said, it was all there and necessary.
See, I don't know if it.
I love how he broke
like
it up into
slowed-
8 parts.
Yeah, I like that, but I don't feel like it slowed anything down. I feel like it may have taken longer because it was double the time, right? 4 hours, but I don't feel like I was bored in any of like the episodes or like the chapters that it was in. Like I felt like the story did continue and progress. I felt like it was more natural the way it continued and progressed, and I rather enjoyed that. And I
didn't mean bored when I said bogged down.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. That's just.
I understand your point of view, and I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm just looking at it from a time standpoint. It was 4 hours long, and with my inability to hold my attention at times, it felt a little bogged down to me, but it never lost my attention.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking strictly story and plot, you probably could have whittled that down to still a solid 3 hours. Taking out
whittle it.
extraneous things. No, but yeah, I agree. I don't think that was necessary. I like seeing it shown as the original piece that Snyder had in mind. And even the stuff some people talked about slowing the plot, like the sequence with the Flash saving Iris.
I like
That
it.
was just beautiful.
I thought that
filmmaking.
was very
I
poignant.
loved it.
I thought the hot dog was a little silly.
I thought it was cute because then he like
But
like the little puppies, and I love puppies.
It did have a purpose at the end, but I still thought it was very silly.
Yeah. I bet
But no,
you should
like,
have a little bit of comedy in it.
Like I said, every Ezra Miller scene was the scene for that segment. It was amazing. I
still love the part where he's running really fast and then Superman looks over, implying that he's moving fast too.
Oh yeah,
Ezra Miller goes like,
oh,
like oh,
I
I love that.
I am so glad that wasn't part of the Whedon cut and that was actually part of it, because that was amazing. My only disappointment was, and I know someone, I think they pointed this out on Honest Trailers did the Zack Snyder cut already, and I think they did the math, and I'm not sure how accurate it is, but it's like 1/16 of the movie was shot in slow motion.
I was
It probably was.
that. I was thinking how ironic and how funny it is that, you know, anytime that you get a speedster going really fast, it's always shot in slow motion. So
well, you kind of have to.
Well, you kind of have to show that everything else. But I just think it's funny that even though he's like running and it's supposed to be really fast, he's like running in slow motion. And
that's what I always thought that was weird. It's like, just show him like running how a normal person would run, but it could still be slow motion everywhere else.
Right. Exactly. But I just think it's funny that every time, and anytime you see a speedster anywhere, even though like he's supposed to be going really fast, like it shows the speedster in slow motion, which I think is really interesting.
Not in the X-Men films with Quicksilver.
That's true. Well, Quicksilver,
everything when you're seeing him in speed motion, he's still moving fast and it's blurry, but everything else is stopped. So I think that the X-Men films did speedsters. Those were the best scenes in all of the films. Whenever Quicksilver had his scene, except in the Dark Phoenix. His slow motion scene was so brief in that I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
Of course, that whole film was kind of a disappointment.
Yeah, just it's interesting how they portray.
What was that?
Oh, the ding. That's, I don't know why, but every time I think of like Quicksilver, I think of him like just, like
moving the bullets.
The bullet, ding, moving the bullet. Yeah. Thank you for understanding what that was. But
yes.
Moving the bullet.
Took me a second is all. I thought I was like, you were trying to ding, ding, ding. Your time's up, Shane.
No. That was like, ding, I'm moving the bullet.
Teacher.
Teacher. No, I was moving a bullet in Speedster.
May I speak, please? Anyway,
but that
it opened with slow motion with Superman screaming.
Yeah, like
that lasted like
for
4 minutes.
So was it him screaming that awoke all of the mother boxes?
It awoke the one mother box.
The Amazon one.
Yes. And then the other two, like, but they didn't wake up.
They didn't wake up.
Yeah.
Because, well, the Amazons touched it, so.
Well, yeah.
Don't touch it.
I thought that was really weird. You've got the sacred thing that you're supposed to be guarding, and it's shaking violently, and everyone fears it. Why would you touch it?
Because Amazons don't have fear.
You know what? A little bit of
like
fear
Daredevil?
is healthy sometimes.
But I was texting Jason, like I was so impressed because the Amazons in the DC universe are probably my favorite because they're just so fun off. Because I love Diana. I don't care what it is. I love Diana. I love Wonder Woman in any aspect, in any franchise. I love Wonder Woman. I think she's so cool. But Gal Gadot,
Yeah,
that's her name, right? Gal
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot.
Gal Gadot. She is just so, I don't know. I think she's so talented.
She
And
is
she's
an amazing Wonder
pretty.
Woman, but as a character, she's a little ruthless.
I'm good with it. She's a fucking Amazon.
He
Amazon
was
are
pretty brutal in
ruthless.
that
My
Snyder cut.
DC,
Oh, yeah.
my DC universe, the heroes don't kill, and in especially in this particular movie, she threw a guy in front of a whole bunch of bystanders, and you could actually see his blood after he hit the wall. You could see him drop down, and there's just this smear. And I'm just like, geez, Wonder Woman.
Well,
It's
like
little ruthless.
the head guy of that little terrorist group, she did her thing and he just like evaporated. So she killed a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, if they need to get killing.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't seem to be afraid. Batman also, I've always been a little, yes, I was just a little put off by how nonchalant she was about killing.
But see,
But don't get me
I
wrong, Gal
get it.
Gadot is an amazing Wonder Woman. She's great. She's perfect for the role. Her exotic accent, because she's from so many different places, you can't really pin it. It fits the character so well.
yes, I do like that. But you have to understand this Wonder Woman, what? But her character, well, obviously you understand, but her character, she was in wars, she was trained by Amazons, you know, and these people were threatening little student girls. Like,
yeah,
they deserved some dying.
Yeah, Zannah's like, take him down. Be ruthless.
I'm ruthless too. Maybe that's why I like her so much, because I'm just like,
I
Yeah,
really
she's
like this
you
Wonder
if you were
Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot's amazing. She's a great Wonder Woman. That's the only thing that put me off about her, was that this particular version of Wonder Woman just doesn't hesitate to kill a baddie.
I think that's kind of probably why I like her so much.
Okay.
What about you, Jason? What are your thoughts?
Well, I love Gal Gadot, of course. Thought she was great in it. You know, who stood out to me aside from Ezra Miller, seeing Ben Affleck as Batman again, reminded me of what a good job he did before.
I was really hesitant. That was a case where I was like, interested to find out what he would do with it. When I found out that he was a huge Batman fan, that gave me some positive outlook. But when I actually saw him on screen as Batman for the first time, I'm like, he is a really good Batman. I want to see, and that's why I'm so disappointed that he's already dropped the mantle, you know, because of all the crap that went on with the Justice League filming and everything. But there's talks of him coming back after all.
Oh.
So I'm excited about that.
I didn't know that he did drop the mantle. So there's like some.
Well, that's why Pattinson is the new Batman. It's not really drama. He was just, this is all taking too long.
Well, what was going to happen was, initially the plan was they were going to do the Batman with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Affleck was going to star in it and direct it. And then I think it turned into Matt Reeves took over directing and he was just going to star in it. Then after Justice League underperformed, I think that's when he decided he was going to walk away from the role, and they got Robert Pattinson. But yeah, I've also heard about Ben Affleck coming back, presumably in the Flash movie. I think they're going to have some kind of in-story explanation for why Batman's Robert Pattinson. If it's a multiple Earth, if it's a flashback, if it's something, there's going to be a reason why there's two different Batman, and they'll explain it. It might even be a timeline reset. I've heard that rumor too.
Well, with Michael Keaton reprising the role as his Batman, there's obviously going to be a multiverse going on. And DC, I think, has already stated that, like, the Arrowverse, the television shows that actually finally all got combined into one, because before the Crisis recently, Black Lightning was its own separate thing, and now it's officially part of the Arrowverse.
Yep.
Supergirl used to be on a different Earth because she started on a different channel. Now she's officially part of the Arrowverse, all one universe. But there were still some universes left over after Crisis, and the DCEU is one of those universes. And obviously Michael Keaton's Batman universe is one of them. And
Yep.
so I'm really excited about all that. And I'd love to see more crossover content, either on the small screen or the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Just because I'm all about that. When I first started reading the multiple universes was they had just decided not to do that. And so they were trying to do one long cohesive timeline. Because when I first started reading, it was right after the Crisis on Infinite Earths. By the time I stopped reading, they had reintroduced multiple universes again and done a whole bunch of stuff, and that all led up to the Infinite Crisis.
What I thought was really interesting in Justice League is what I thought was really interesting was all of the little details, all the little Easter eggs that I was like, I had texted Jason, I'm like, oh my God, there's a pregnancy test in Lois's nightstand. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen? And then he pointed out, like, at the end, Batman was like, spoiler? I guess all of these, a spoiler alert if you haven't
Yeah, a
seen
lot
it.
of this is going to be spoiler alerts.
Anyway,
Yeah.
like there was a lot of things, like at the end, Jason pointed out that Batman said, like, oh, by the way, congratulations to the Superman. Is he congratulating him on like the marriage or the proposal? Because, you know, Lois said yes and she's wearing the ring. Or is he congratulating her because Lois is pregnant with a little baby Superman? Little super baby.
Yeah. Could go either way. Left it ambiguous.
I know. I need to know those things now. Were there
Now,
any little
something
details
interesting
yeah.
I learned online in the original script, she was going to be pregnant, like it was going to be explicitly stated, and the father was supposed to be Batman. Like they hooked up while Superman was dead. Kind of
I
like Walking
hate
Dead,
that.
Shane and Rick. Yeah, I know. That kind of leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth.
Jason, you broke Gizmo. I
Whoopsie-doodle.
absolutely hate that.
Lois,
Like,
no!
well, it's not on Lois. That's more of like a fuck you, Batman. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
How could you, Lois? You should have been
Batman-
mourning Clark longer.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
Batman, you were trying to make up for being a dick to Superman in the last movie, like the Justice League, but you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna bang your widow.
I don't know. I don't like it. She needs super baby, not bad baby. Super baby.
Super baby.
Super baby. Yes. Oh, I don't like it.
Well, this isn't a spoiler because it's so much in the previews, but their Superman and Lois have twin boys in the new series, Superman and Lois, and one of them is showing signs of power.
Showing signs of super babiness.
Yes, although they're in their teens.
Right.
Now, question for Jason, and it's more of a theory. This new show, Superman and Lois, does it take place right after the Crisis, or is it taking place in the future? Because right after Crisis, Superman and Lois just had the babies. She was in Kandor having the babies.
Yeah, no, I thought about that too. I mean, roughly it's going to be about 15 years after the Crisis. I feel like that's a way where they might be able to sidestep using some of the other CW characters, make it a little more self-contained, because now that means they're operating in a universe where like the Flash and Supergirl are going to be 15 years older too. So to have that work, they'd have to have those characters on and age them up, or maybe they don't want to even do that because it might give away a future plot line. So they'll just kind of be off doing their own thing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next, speaking of Justice League, the next big crossover, because at the end of Crisis, they have the old style table, the big round table for the Justice League.
Well,
In
that's
that
what they were.
building that kind of looks like the Hall of Justice.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, that's
an
what they were
an
talking
old
about.
Star Labs hangar.
Yeah, and at the end of Batman, Snyder's Justice League, they were going to set up a Justice League headquarters there too.
Yeah, with like the big with the pretty chandelier.
Table with 7 chairs, but
Yep.
room for more.
Yep.
But room for more. I think in the movie he said 6 chairs, but room for more.
6 chairs. Yep.
I just watched it.
I'm
It's fresh in my
thinking of
mind.
the 7th guy at the end.
Ah,
Spoilers.
yes. Spoilers.
Martian
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Manhunter.
Yep.
Well,
He was awesome.
Well, that's who I like texted you because I was like, oh, Lois and Martha, that's so sweet, right? And then like he turned into Manhunter. I was like, the fuck is that guy?
Don't worry, he's very important, Zannah. You'll get to know him.
He was a founding member of the league in the comics and a consistent member over the decades. It's like
Yeah, he was one of the
always been
few. He
around.
was one of the few people to be in every iteration of Justice League, at least at the time I was reading.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, he has an unfortunate name. Like if I just met somebody like on the street, they're like, oh yeah, my name is Manhunter. I'm like, right.
The Manhunter.
Or John Jones as his detective human alias.
Right.
Except in the Supergirl universe.
Right, but he went up to Batman at the end of the Snyder film. He went up to Batman and he's like, oh, by the way, I'm a Martian Manhunter. And I'm like,
they should have used his Martian name unless he'd already been active on Earth for so many years as the Martian Manhunter for whatever reason.
I don't know. But that end sequence to that movie was really cool. I even like again, I was texting Jason. I'm like, oh my God, that's
another thing I
Joker?
missed. That's another thing I was a little disappointed in the Joss Whedon was Superman and Barry's run.
I did like Superman.
Oh,
that was cute.
Yeah, where they were.
That was a throwback to some really old comic book. They would do that every few years, have a race between Superman and Flash, and I just thought that ending of the Joss Whedon one sent shivers down my spine. Having Superman and Barry face off at the end in just a lighthearted race, and I kind of really missed that.
It was really cute. I did like that.
I kind of want to have a supercut of my favorite parts from the Whedon one interlaced in the Snyder cut, just because
make it a 5-hour movie?
My ultimate fan cut. No, it would only be a few minutes longer. Just a few.
Give me a 5-hour movie. Like, I'm down.
Like I don't really think Alfred needed to explain to Wonder Woman how to steep tea.
I thought it was a cute moment. I was fine
It adds
with it.
to the character.
It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, he was kind of mansplaining tea to her, so that's not dope. But I thought,
you think Amazons don't know how to make tea, Alfred? Huh?
Yeah. I thought it was
not
more like
true English tea.
No, not true. I thought it was just funny because he was just like, more. I got it to where he was more like, I'm the one that makes the tea. Like, this is weird. Don't stop doing that. Like, I make tea for you. You don't make tea for me. Like, what?
Speaking of Alfred, should we all choose our favorite Alfred Pennyworth over the years?
Yes.
I haven't watched the new Pennyworth series, but I'm a huge fan of the Alfred from Gotham.
I haven't.
What was his name? Pertwee, I think was his last name.
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
I want to say his father was the original Doctor Who. So he has like that pedigree of acting. Sean Pertwee.
Michael Caine, yes. Thank you.
He was a great Alfred. Don't get me wrong. He was a great Alfred. But there was something about the Gotham Alfred that just... Oh, wow. I'm actually on his wiki right now. His full name is Alfred Thaddeus Crane Pennyworth.
See?
That is a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. But my favorite Alfred was Michael Caine. I loved Michael Caine. I still love Michael Caine.
Sean Pertwee, seasons 1 through 5.
I haven't seen Gotham, so that's my bad.
It's really good.
It's got the baby bat, right?
I'm sorry?
It's got Baby Bat.
Baby Bat?
Baby Batman.
Oh yeah, very young Bruce Wayne, yeah.
Yeah, baby Bat.
By the end of the season, he's already starting to take on the Batmantle, which I think was way too young.
Yeah,
but it's still good. He knows what he wants. He's just still figuring out how to do it.
Oh, and Jim Gordon was played by that dude from the OC. What was his name?
the dude from the OC.
He was like the bad boy character on the OC.
Oh, I know him from that cop show he was in before Gotham.
You know, while we were talking about favorite Alfreds, mine was Michael Gough, the Alfred from the 80s and 90s movies. I really liked him.
Yeah, he was a good Alfred.
I thought Michael Gough's portrayal was really warm and caring and more fatherly.
That's always
but
nice.
Michael Caine's great. I think Jeremy Irons has done a great job too.
I liked him. Yeah, definitely. I liked Jeremy Irons as Alfred. I thought he was great. Jeremy Irons in Justice League was really good. Michael Caine's always going to have my heart, but Jeremy Irons is doing a fantastic job.
I like when Alfred met Superman. That was a fun part.
But I did, yeah, I like when Superman walks in, he's like, "You must be Alfred. You must be Master Kent." Like,
yeah,
like
Master
maybe
Kent.
Master Kent, and he just smiles like.
Okay.
I'll be Master Kent. It's fine.
You can call me Clark, I guess.
Can you just imagine Superman going and call me Clark? Finger guns.
You can call me Clark.
Oh, douchey Superman.
That sounds unappealing.
Well,
Zannah, I was going to ask, how'd you like seeing your favorite actress, Amber Heard?
We don't talk about her.
Why you gotta bring that up?
Oh,
we brought her up very briefly in my
last
last episode. I'm not sure if that hit the cutting room floor, but we don't talk about her, Jason.
We don't talk about Amber Heard.
I know. I wanted to see the reaction.
Oh, I muted her. All the scenes she was
like,
in.
Pew, pew, pew.
I don't need to listen to her voice.
I did tell Zannah before watching it that Amber Heard's she was in a very small role, so she didn't have to worry too much.
It wasn't long.
It wasn't long, but she was in the dream sequence, which I liked, but she ruined it, so it's whatever. Anyway.
Plus, she had a British accent when in Aquaman she didn't, so that was kind of
weird. They mentioned that in the honest trailer that I was talking about earlier. She lost her accent. I did really like her water bending skill.
Nope, hated it.
I thought that was pretty wicked.
Hated everything she did.
I didn't know the character could do that.
Her character would be so much cooler if she was a different actress.
I know. I'm sure a lot of people agree with you.
Is there anything else we want to share about the Rob Schneider cut?
Yeah, what I'll say is if you saw the original Justice League and were a little disappointed, if you don't have HBO Max, get it, watch it. You're going to see a different movie that's a lot better. If you already have HBO Max, check it out. It's worthwhile.
It really is. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. You heard it from here first. Not really. Yep. This is like weeks afterwards, so you heard it elsewhere as well, but
I give it a solid 9 out of 10. Just for length. It's going to be a little hard for some people to sit through it in one sitting. If you watch it in segments, because you're unable to just watch the whole thing, then do it that way. But it's still amazing. Don't get me wrong. That 9 is still a good, strong 9.
Well, I think that's why they cut it up into chapters too. You know, not everybody's like me where, you know, they love to sit down for long things like that. But
I normally can't sit that long, and it kept my attention the whole time.
There you go.
Yeah, same with me.
Nope, I can. I'm definitely. I did other things while I'm watching it, but like.
Oh, not me. I sat right here in front of this computer, and I zoned out the whole time. It was amazing.
Oh no, I was like, I cooked dinner while I was watching it. I folded laundry while I was watching it.
I should have folded laundry.
Multitasking.
I have to multitask. I got busy hands. All right, guys. Well, I'm glad that we all loved it so much, and I'm so like it was so good, and I thank you both for being here today. And I have one question for you, Jason. Just one.
Yes.
Am I a nerd?
Not quite yet, young Amazon, but keep working on it. You will be soon.
Well, thank you so
All
much
right.
for being here, Gizmo.
Thank
it
you,
was
Zannah.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gizmo,
says
thanks
thank
a
you.
lot, buddy. Good talking to you. And remember, nerd
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 your
your
heart
heart
out.
out.